Hello everyone, today I'll be reviewing the Pilote QJ 4x4. This is how the box looks. You also get this with it. I believe this is just teaching you how to solve it. Okay. Out of the box, this thing was very stiff. For me, it was stiff. Didn't turn well. But on the insides there were a lot of lube, and I do not know what kind of lubrication it was. So I decided to wipe out all that lubrication and put Lubix in it for myself and break it in. Let's talk about the stickers. The stickers are your standard vinyl stickers. Nothing too special. And this is the logo that comes with it. As you can see, the clear plastic from the logo is peeling off. The shape of this cube is obviously, you can see that it's pillowed. It doesn't have the same shape as a regular cube that is squared. The weight of it is just fine. And let's talk about the speed of it now. After I lubricated it for myself, took it all apart, wiped it out, and just put Lubix in it, it was still a little harder to turn, but after I broke it in, started turning much better. And now this cube is, I would say this cube is really fast. The outside layers are really fast, and the inside layers are really fast too. This cube only took about an hour for me to break it in before it became as good as it is. So about an hour and a half for me to really get it to where it is now. So I absolutely love the speed of this cube. I love the turn, and it's awesome. It feels great. I love it a lot. Pops. This cube has never popped on me. It just doesn't pop. And speaking of popping, you cannot tension this. I will go over why soon. This cube lock up sometimes because you cannot cut in the center layers, and the middle layers cannot cut. It cannot cut at all. So I get lockups because of that, and it cannot reverse cut, so I get lockups because of that. Now the outer layers can cut about there, maybe a little bit more, like there, but you'd have to force it. So that is why sometimes I do get lockup on this, is because the middle layers will not cut, and the cube does not reverse cut at all. I'm very dependent on cutting. I will go over the mechanism and pieces of this. This uses a ball core mechanism, much like the Rubix 4x4, and I will show you the pieces. Okay. This is the ball core. This is how it looks. This is a corner piece. And this is an edge piece. This ball core does not have screws or springs, or doesn't have screws and springs in it. Therefore, you cannot tension it if you needed to tighten it or loosen it. That can be a flaw of this cube, because if this cube gets too loose, I'm in big trouble. Overall thoughts of this cube for me is, after breaking it in and lubing it, this cube is really good at turning. I love the turning, and I love the speed. I love it a lot. But I will not be using this as a main speed cube because it cannot cut in the centers. And I find when I'm solving it, I need cutting. I just really do. I'm not that accurate at turning, so I need a puzzle that can cut corners. I need a puzzle that cuts corners, especially in the middle layers. I need that. So this will not be my speed cube. It is a pretty good cube though. Like I said, I just don't like the fact that it cannot cut. Okay, so briefly go over everything I just did. Out of the box, it was horrible for me. Stickers are just fine. Shape of this cube is pillowed. The size is, I did not go over the size. It is about here. For 3x3, you can see. It's about that. This is a Rubik's brand 3x3. It's like there. And for Shengshou, if you do have a Shengshou, it's about there for a Shengshou. It looks a little bit bigger, doesn't it, than a Shengshou. It's so crazy. It feels smaller in your hand, but it's the shape just throws off the size of it. Okay, the speed is great after you work it in. It doesn't have pops, but it locks up because it doesn't have great cut in. And I did show you the pieces. And like I said, my overall thoughts is this is a great cube, but I will not be using it as a main speed cube because I need the cut in and it just doesn't work for me. Will I recommend buying this? I do. I recommend buying it for your collection purposes. And it is a much better speed cube than a Rubik's brand. So if you have a Rubik's brand, this will be a definite improvement. Definitely be, yeah. So that is my review of this cube. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.